Hello and welcome to Genshin Impact. This game is free to play for the PS4, PC, and mobile devices. I am currently playing on the PC platform here. A few things to start off with. This game is a free-to-play game, so that would mean something horrific happened. And that is microtransactions. But here's the deal with this game and its microtransactions. They're actually not too bad. Let's get the elephant out of the room first and discuss these microtransactions so that the rest of the game is smooth sailing from then on. So here in the game, you can pull up your menu and you can first go ahead and see your different things. And there is two buttons that we need to be concerned about when it comes to microtransactions, and that is this shop button and this wish button. So I'm going to go ahead and click wish first so I can show you what I'm talking about. So in the game, you have different microtransactions within it. You can choose different items to go with. In particular, there are some timed events here, like this one here. You have the chance to get 4 different characters, or you have the chance to get different weapons. When you're looking at microtransactions, they are only for weapons and characters, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your type of personality. Now, in the case of this particular one, you have a 50% drop rate for this character Venti, and you have 50% chance on these characters. Now, I've actually gone ahead and did this one, and I actually earned this character twice. If you earn the same character twice, they give you different form of currency that you can use later on. But that was kind of a sad thing that it didn't recognize that I already unlocked this character in the character menu. In order to get these different things, they have these certain items that do it. This particular one has a different item from maybe this particular one, which this one is more common than this item here. So if you want the timed events, they're not going to be as common to get as, say, this item here that is not timed. I'm going to go ahead and show you the shop where you can get some of these items. First thing you see is this here. You can get these 30 shield things, which get this item here. These Primo Gems are some of the most useful items as far as getting those wishes. You can go ahead and buy these crystals here with the currency. When it's your first time of buying them, you get a double amount, so it actually wants you to buy them. But here's the deal. I have never bought any of these crystals, and I have gotten different characters throughout. This game has very good incentives in order to not pay the publisher for this sort of thing. If you go to the gift shop here, you have starting bundles, which I haven't seen the need for these because this stuff is really common throughout the area, and so is this stuff. A lot of this Mora, this is your money. I haven't needed to get any Mora in any case. You need that stuff to upgrade, but I have not needed that stuff. Here are the fates that I was telling you about during the shop. They require 160 of those Primo Gems. You can get the intertwined ones for the timed event or the equate ones for just the common event stuff. You can also get star glitter exchanges. So when I was telling you about getting that character twice, they just went ahead and gave me star glitter exchanges. Now, a big thing you can note is there are characters here that can only be attained by using those star glitter exchange items. This character in particular, this actually is a character that is given to you, so I'm surprised that she is there. You can also get more here using these, and these are obtained by similar things. If you get the same item twice, they'll give you these, or the Star Glitter Exchange. Sometimes they'll give you both, and so you can use both of them when you're doing that. These items are necessary for upgrading your character, and then these are just better weapons. This game is a little bit play to win, and I'll show you what I mean in just 1 second, but that is the microtransactions. They're actually very manageable. Whenever you beat a quest, you have a chance to get these primo gems. These primo gems are very actually common. Certain quests have 20 primo gems, and if you go ahead and do different journals entries, which I'll show you in just a minute, you'll get 5 every time you complete things. So this game is a huge exploration-based game, and so you can acquire these actually quite easily. The microtransactions in this game is not a very big thing unless you want those timed characters. I'm going to pull up the menu once again. I'm going to show you some of the characters that I've collected. This character here is my favorite character, and he is actually given to you in the first hour or so in the game. This character is given to you. This character I won through a wish box that I was showing you. But here's the deal. The publishers in the game, they want you to play the game, and so they give you a lot of different items so that you can unlock these certain characters. So I got her, and I got this character in the same box. It was actually pretty cool to get both of them. This character here is a bow type character, and she was given to you for free. This is the main character, so free character. You can choose between a boy and a girl. This is that character that I got twice in a box. And this is a free character. So they actually give you 4 free characters, which you can actually complete the whole game with your 4 free characters. Now, within those characters, you can get weapons. This character here, I actually earned this Skyward Blade, which is a level 5 weapon, and this thing is very overpowered. I don't have a hard time in this game just because this character with his blade is so freaking powerful. It is a play to win game, but they actually give you a lot of unique weapons throughout your journey that are just as powerful. This sword is a lot more powerful just because you can enhance the weapon. So I can go ahead and put different types of weapons into this in order to make it stronger. Currently it's at a level 20. If I want to make it any more stronger, I have to collect different items and ascend this item. You first start off by wanting to level up your characters. Once they get up to level 20, you have to ascend the character. So this character is at a level 20 right here. In order to get past level 20, I need to ascend the character, so I need to get these items to do it. So enough of the microtransactions. I am going to go ahead and show you a little bit about the game. Now, the most awe-inspiring part of the game is how beautiful this game is. I am currently running this game on 2 EVGA 970s, and I have it on the highest settings. It's not the, most labor-intensive game on the planet, but if you can see in the options menu here, I actually have all the graphics pulled up, and it's running at 60 frames per second. It's really, really smooth. I'm having no problems running this game whatsoever. It is absolutely beautiful. There are different areas in this game that will just make you go, ah. And this part of my map is actually one of the prettiest parts of the map. Now, I'm only about 15 hours into the game. I'll pull my map up here. And this is the map we're working with. Now, from my understanding, I'm only 15 minutes into the game, but this is only world 1 out of, I think, 5 different worlds. So there is a lot of bang for your buck. You're going to notice here there are different icons to unlock. It's got a kind of Legend of Zelda-esque thing where you go to these areas and it will unlock a different part of the map. And then it has different warp spots that you can find within the map to quickly, and I mean quickly, go from place to place. One of the best features in this game is the amount of different content areas that you can play with this game. The developers want you to play, so the incentives in this game are pretty high. You can go through your journal tasks here, and there's different areas that you can find without the game. You get rewarded for everything you do. You can do different daily tasks that change every single day, but it gives you incentive to do it. You can have different areas that you are working on. I'm currently not ranked well, and there's bosses in this area. We also have different quests that we can do. Here are all my quests. You'll notice, look at that, the Primo Gems, there's 50 of them. In order to get one of those wish things, I need 160, so that's a great incentive to do that particular mission. We have our daily tasks right here among the actual story quests. Now here's the deal, the story, not that great. I'm going to go ahead and move to my map to somewhere, let's see here, somewhere that we have different enemies, because the best part of this game is actually the combat of the game. So I can play this character here, and you'll notice on the side there are another 3 characters. So when I'm doing combat, I can go ahead and I can easily switch between my 3 other characters within my combat. Each character have an elemental stat to them. So this character here is an earth-based character. She is also a very strong character when it comes to different things. She has a giant sword, which let me see if I can, which she can do a spinning attack, or she can do this giant crystalline thing. Every enemy has a weakness to it, and you can also add weaknesses to the characters. This one is a little hard to judge here, but he's a wind-based character, and he really doesn't like a lot of things. I'm going to try to do things. This character is also an earth-based character. She shoots different rocks at characters, and she actually has a pretty good stun feature to her. She can also have a shield up, but here's the very cool thing, that if I decided that, hey, I need a different character, I can switch and her shield is still up. You can combine different tasks to your character. This character can freeze characters, and it is crucial when you're in water because you can actually freeze them quicker. The elemental parts of this game are just really, really absolutely amazing. I'm going to go ahead and switch to a different battle just because that one is a little difficult to show exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go to Wangshu Inn. So here we are at Wangshu Inn, another beautiful area in this game. I'm on top of a tree that has an inn on top. Let me see. Let's see if there's some enemies around here. Oh, also, big thing. It has stolen a lot of things from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, including this wingsuit type object here. You can fly around just like Link did with his glider, which is an amazing feature to get around such a big, vast world. It's something that actually spoiled me from other games. I went to other open world games, and since I couldn't fly, I lost interest. You'll notice all around the map there is a bunch of treasure chests that are hexed. It's very simple to actually do this. You just have to defeat the enemies around them. Now, some enemies have explosive barrels, some enemies can be in the water, and you can use different characters in order to take down these enemies. Each of the chests have a different amount of inventory options. You can see here that this has a accessory and also an experience point. Those are pretty important when you are going through and upgrading your character, because you can put together different accessories in order to kind of overpower your character within the game. Throughout the game, there are some really simple puzzles, but they're, necessary enough that you can, do them really quickly and get the benefits from them. But this is also a way to incentivize people to buy characters, because here you see that this flower is frozen. In order to unfreeze the flower, you're going to need a fire-based character in order to melt it, and then finally picked it. These flowers are important for upgrading weapons, accessories, and to ascend your characters. So it's a little extra incentive, but I haven't found any areas that are really hard to get. There have been some ore that I can't get because I don't have the proper character whenever I'm playing the game, which in itself, it's not a big deal because I haven't unlocked very many areas in the game. And so when I am playing, I collect those primo gems. So hopefully I can get a different character when I unlock the next gem. This character here is a bow character. She is one of the characters you get immediately, which is very nice because she's very strong. Your characters have 2 attacks per character. You have your normal attack, obviously. Certain characters have special things, like this character, you can hold the button down and have a very powerful shot to it, which can actually burn grass to your advantage. You can burn enemies using it, or you can just do a fast shot to it. This character can also throw this little character here who explodes when the health on it goes away, or you can upgrade it so you can use your Q attack, which is your ultimate attack, in order to get a wider range on your character. Now, this character is very strong against ice characters, which you would assume would be the case. If I go ahead and do that, look at all that. I am melting the character. The elemental part of this game is incredible because you can think about different ways to kill your enemies. You see a rock-based enemy, well then you're probably going to want to use your tanky character with the giant sword or hammer. You see a character who is water-based, you might want to use your character who has the frozen skill to it to freeze your enemies around them. You'll see here that my character is wet, so enemies around me can freeze me a lot easier because I'm wet compared to when I'm dry. Characters that are electric based can electrocute you more easily when you're wet as well. The AI in this game is pretty smart as well. You'll have a lot of different characters flanking you, and so it is a little bit difficult to actually figure out how to approach the game just because the AI is really very, very impressive. They're not the best AI in the game. However, they will absolutely flank you. There are big enemies in the game that are just like, will just own you if you're not careful. Certain bosses have weak points like in Legend of Zelda games. Let me go freeze that guy. Look at that. Certain characters will, shoot you with electricity, while other characters are drowning you in water. So they're making you wet, and then the other character goes ahead and electrocutes you at the same time. They work together like you would work together with your characters, which is something that you don't really see very much in games, that they have characters or enemies that are so smart that they will go ahead and they will attack you just the way that you would attack them. They don't just sit there and wait for you to attack them. They will use their skills and their characters around them to do their very best. Let's talk a little bit about achievements here. Within the game, you are exploring, you're doing a lot of different things. And so these achievements come naturally. When you are using your different elements and you're combining elements, they will unlock different rewards. So here you'll see that I am in 75% progress of this particular award. Every time you complete a task, you'll get these 5 Primo Gems, which goes toward your wishes. You can also go ahead and have your journal entry here, which will give you more rewards in your process. 100 Primo Gems right here. When you are exploring and opening up chests, they will give you Primo Gems, which are used for your wishes. Like I said at the beginning of this video, there is microtransactions, but they are very, very not necessary unless you're the type of person who wants to collect everything. And there is a time limit on those tasks. So this game is a really impressive game just because of the combat, the beautiful world, and the amount of content that is in it. But if you're a person who will get addicted to different things in your game, don't buy this game. If you're a person who will not really pay for anything, maybe you want to just buy $1's worth of things just to see what you get, I would recommend this game very much so. There are so many things that happen in this game that is very impressive. It's actually way higher quality than a lot of AAA games that you pay $60 to play. This game is free. And it's not very big either, so if you have a not so powerful PC or if you have a PS4, they are there for you to play, including the mobile devices. I have not personally played the mobile device, but I have heard that it is actually pretty impressive when you're playing on it. Like, it looks beautiful when you're playing on the device. So I would absolutely recommend this game for anyone who is looking to have, a quick 10-minute adventure or even hours. I have spent so much time on this game, losing my time thinking about this game all the time, and that's exactly what the publishers want anyway. They want you to have a good time, and so it's really, really well made. Highly recommended. If I was to give this game a score, I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just because of those microtransactions. That's the only reason. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you want to be part of the Crab family, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all later.